I love the names on this team. They have Sixto Sanchez, and they have my favorite name probably in baseball right now, Jazz Chisholm.
Showing emotion in baseball is terrible and should never be in the game.
It's weird how the dynamic works between sports.
But to win a championship, not only do you need great players on the court, but you need good chemistry, which takes time to develop.
Justin Fields is a all-time talent.
Corey Perry will give some veteran presence to the Canadians.
I feel like Luka will take that next step, and if he can get a three ball consistently around 35%, I feel like they could become a contender.
We can make jokes about you not being in Super Bowl for 20-something years, but...
What's up, everyone? This is Justin Goldman from the Goalie Guild and Lift the Mask, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Austin and Kevin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA Opinions of the Week, and this is kind of snuck up on me, but my guy's not in it because of injuries, and I think this may have made it a little bit easier for the guard spots. Austin, the All-Star starters have been announced.
Yeah, they have, and to some dismay or disliking for some fans, there was the most vote-getted guy did not make it to the All-Star starters list. You know who that was?
Oh, was it Wembanyama?
No, it was LaMelo Ball.
Interesting.
He got the most votes, and while he does average a lot more points, rebounds, assists than Mitchell or Brunson, I don't necessarily know if he should be starting over them because of how bad the team is. But again, it's the All-Star game, so if the fans want him to start versus not. I think what should happen is that fans vote after the All-Stars are given. So the All-Stars are given, and then the fans vote for the starters. And then whoever the fans vote, get in. These guys were going to make the All-Star games anyways, all the guys that are listed here as starters. So why even have it to where the fans can vote at all? That's not fun for the fans. If the fans could choose to vote for the bottom bench guys to start, they should be able to do that. But I also don't think that Zaza Pachulia, whoever gets those, a lot of those votes should make it. So I think the fairest way to do it would be to release the All-Star roster for both sides and then have them vote on those players. Not only would I think you get more votes, but also they would only be on the players who are there, so you would honestly see who the fans want to start.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, and I wasn't aware of the total fan votes, especially for LaMelo, and it didn't work. Because I remember a few years ago, Andrew Wiggins.
Yes, that's the reason why they changed it. But Wiggins may have been an All-Star that year. It's going to be really close, but he should not have been a starter.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it if you vote the All-Stars and then let the fans choose. It's an All-Star game, right? So who cares who starts? But now we do care because the voters that aren't fans are still making a play, whether it's the media or the coaches or the players get to decide that. And that kind of makes it to where you're like, that guy shouldn't have started or this guy should have started. People were saying that, like, I don't think Curry should be a starter this year. I don't know. LeBron's playing well enough to be a starter, but I still think that AD, because of his defensive impact, should have been over him. I would have went KD, or I'll check Kevin Durant's stats, but I'm pretty sure they're better than LeBron's at the moment. But I definitely think Curry's the one that sticks out the most to me is the guy who probably should not have been a starter.
Yeah, I understand that, but I do think he's still played well, and he does have the legacy. I'm trying to think. Usually it's been Shea, Luka, Curry. I guess you could have also put in Anthony Edwards, but the problem is his team is struggling a little. Well, it is the West, so you could have put Edwards in. But looking at it, I really don't have any complaints, major complaints. Like, it's no one crazy. You mentioned LeBron. Center, like, it's Jokic, even though Wembanyama has had an incredible season. I do think there were some right choices made and no glaring mistakes. I was surprised to see Karl-Anthony Towns was the center listed.
I think that he should be. I think he's the best of the options at center. Giannis was an easy pick. Brunson was an easy pick. With Mitchell, I think they could have gone Darius Garland. While Mitchell averages more points, I think Garland's been significantly more consistent, and he's also been more present against the really good teams. I think he's a bigger impact for why the team is as good as they are. So I would have liked to see him get the nod over Mitchell, but I think Garland's going to be a all-star anyway, so I'm okay with it. Like you said, there's no glaring mistakes. Tatum's the other starter, right?
Yes. Yeah. So the Eastern Conference starters are Giannis, Tatum, Towns, Mitchell, and Brunson. And yeah, I don't really have any complaints. They're, of course, given what the Cavs are doing, there was, of course, going to be a Cav, just kind of how the way things go. But I do think Mitchell is the leader, but you do bring up a good point in Garland and what he's doing for the Cavs.
Yeah. Like you said, I don't have any major qualms with it. There's some guys I may have taken out. I definitely would have taken out Curry. He's missed a good bit of games. I don't think he's played at the level as some of the other guards in the West that I would have picked over him. Like Ant probably would have been my choice. Because I think Ant's averaging like 27 points per game. I'll double check that really quickly. But I don't have any major problems with it. I still think Curry would have been a all-star. So, like I said, I don't think it's a major problem. Ant's averaging 26, 6, and 4. So, yeah, I think Ant should have made it over him, but it's not like a major problem.
Yeah, and so, yeah, I don't have a major problem. I understand Ant, as you mentioned, his points, and Curry has dealt with some injuries, and the Warriors started hot, but then have cooled off as they're 11th seed right now. Yeah, it's just a star-studded team where it's like, of course, you're going to have Giannis, of course, you're going to have Tatum. Of course, you're going to have LeBron, Kevin Durant, Jokic. Shea is also, I think, it's his second year, maybe third year, right? Or was it 3 years ago they were debating Shea starting?
I don't remember. I think he's been starting 3 years, but I don't actually remember correctly.
Yeah. Because it's just like who else? And while there are some great players, it's just like you have LeBron in there. So, yeah, nothing really glaring, which I think is kind of the first time we've said no glaring mistake.
Yeah, there's guys I definitely would have. I don't think Curry was the right pick. I definitely would have also started AD if at all possible. I think he's been better than LeBron this season. And like I said, I would start Garland over Mitchell. But at the end of the day, those aren't problems that I have that are no need to cause a riot or no need to be outwardly enraged by. So yeah, I would say a solid choice for guys. So I have no problem with it.
Yeah, solid, not terrible. Could be better, but you could always argue that for a lot. But that's really all our thoughts. I'll let you close this one out, Austin.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know who your all-star starters would be. Is there any wrong picks, any right picks? And please catch us in our next video.